Okay, boxers, we went over the instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times, touch gloves. Good luck. Watch the headbutts.
Always good to see Harvey Dock, the third man in the ring tonight. Christina Poncher, Paulie Malignaggi, and Raul Marquez on the broadcast here with you. Thank you for tuning in on ESPN+. Our heavyweight contest scheduled for 10 rounds. Poland versus Poland. Undefeated versus undefeated.
Knieven versus Seaweed.
And right away, you can tell the significant height and reach advantage that Kaniba has on Shivi.
And you see the mentalities. Kaniba looking for that jab and establish distance. And Seaweed looking to close that range right away.
Oh, yeah, he knows he ain't got no choice, Paulie. He's got to get inside.
One thing
Look at his long arms. Kaniba's long arms. That's where he's got to keep him, right there. Get in his chest,
and
work the body, and push him back.
And that's the thing about getting inside on a tall, big heavyweight. Sometimes they tie you up when you do get inside. So
that's their game. That's the way they have to fight.
Yeah.
You know, tie you up, get back on the outside with the long jab, straight shots down the middle. Even use that long touching jab just to keep you at bay, keep you outside.
Now, Kaniba said something interesting yesterday in the fighter meetings. He said if he doesn't get him out of there in 3 rounds, he wouldn't be satisfied or something to that effect, right?
He did say that.
Thought he'd get CV out in a few rounds. So
yeah,
we'll see.
He gave him credit. He said, look, he does have more professional experience and he does have an extensive amateur resume, but he does feel
said,
like
I'll get him out in 3 rounds.
But I still think I should get him out of there.
Yeah, he was very confident, and doesn't look like it to me so far that he could get him out in 3 rounds, because you know, if you look at CB, he's the first round, he's already closing that distance that quick. It didn't take him that long to get in there. Covers up very well, that frame defense, guard up.
But Kaniba's doing a good job of being
first.
But
that's better there, you know, working off the jab, giving himself a little bit more range. Just looks to set up that uppercut, and he does have a good right hand as well. He's just got to give himself some space to set it up, and that's something that Shivi's not really giving him right now.
Yeah, exactly. But I think keeping Shivi on the back foot prevents Shivi's power from coming to the forefront. You know, you back up a puncher, you back up a big stocky guy like this, you usually can't get leverage on his punches. So I think Kaniba being first consistently, backing up the big physical guy, may make the big physical guy less dangerous, even if you don't get him out of there. And you see Kaniba consistently is first.
Popping that jab, just, you know, putting some in his face, you know, letting him know I'm here. Trying to set up that big right hand down the middle. That's what he said he was gonna try to knock him out with. Actually, he said with his right hand down the middle or over the top.
That is his best punch, but for CV, he too telling us, like, look, I want to put on a show. This is an opportunity for me to fight here in the United States. Although he admitted that it's not like a dream come true for me. I said, all right, is this a dream come true to be able to come here to fight? He said, no.
I mean, US isn't that big of a deal as it used to be, right?
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm good. You know, I got the call 2.5 months ago, took the opportunity. I'm just here to fight and here to win.
Nice body shots there by Kaniba, at least changing the trajectory of the punches. You know, I think that's always smart to, you know, open up your options and target different areas so that your opponent can't get a build up in anticipation for your offense.
And he's just being faster with his, you know, with his combinations, Paulie. He's mixing it up.
You want to talk about? With his time in the ring was due to some promotional issues with the local promoter there in Poland, saying you're going to file a fight, fell out, have a fight, not fall out. And then you can't see it now because he does have these, you know, high shoes on, but he was in a skateboard injury, he told us, that caused him to have a major surgery on his right ankle, and he's got a
Yes.
nasty scar
CV,
to prove for it.
not only does he look like a pit bull, he also skateboards.
A
Yes.
pit bull on a skateboard. That's like a bulldog.
Yes.
An English bulldog on a
Yeah.
skateboard is more, you know, stocky, short, closer to the ground.
You're just giving people
Better
at
be
home
careful
the
what
visual.
you say.
Giving the people at home the visual.
That's why I wanted a bulldog. Surfboard, skateboard.
Nice feint there by Kaniba.
And right hand, he's looking to land over the top after a Shivi's kind of just like doing this awkward position with his glove as Harvey Dock is going to give him a minute for that headbutt, which fortunately doesn't look like it caused a cut for Kaniba. More of maybe like a finger of the glove by his eye, perhaps?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it could be a thumb. Anything, Raul?
I think it was a thumb.
Yeah.
You know, it seemed like it was.
Well, that's why I said he kind of had an awkward angle on that jab. He did it like 3 times where it was almost like glove up.
It's harder to thumb with attached thumb now with modern day gloves. One time I got a fight, but I got thumbed bad, bro. My eye closed from it. Really? In my career, yeah.
And you're going to see a lot of that from CV as they get close to just try to hug onto the body of Kaniba there and smother those shots.
I think for being such a small ring, I mean, Kaniba's doing a pretty good job of controlling the distance, probably. Like, what he does as soon as you know, CB gets in close,
he ties him up.
Yeah, he ties him up.
Yeah, and so CV's ineffective from outside, and CV's ineffective from the inside. There it goes again. That's the thing about heavyweights in a small ring. You could cause a lot of action, or you could cause a hug fest. And so that's the risk.
Well, if it was a hug fest, it's definitely not Kaniba's fault as he was trying to establish his jab, but Siwi just rushes right in.
Yeah, and then they wind up smothering.
Got to be careful for cuts. And you know what? Just as I said that, I think there's a cut that has opened up under the left eyebrow of Kaniba here in round 2.
That had to be a headbutt.
Right as I said, I think right
so,
here in this neutral corner. When he rushed in. That's unfortunate, but I mean, almost feel like as he almost tags him on the back of the head there, some frustration.
And see these corners arguing about the rabbit punches by Kaniba.
And it's kind of, it's obvious. I mean, the way CV rushes in, I mean, it's bound to happen. It had to be a headbutt, guys.
And you know, for Kaniba, it's only the 2nd time in his career that he's been cut. He was cut against Curtis Harper over the left eye. And Curtis Harper, that's similar style too. Rushes you, gets inside, makes it rough, makes you look bad. And now, once again, a cut over the other eye for Kaniba.
You know, the way CV rushes in, sometimes his head gets there before the punches.
And they'll get to work right away on that large gash underneath the left eyebrow of Kaniba. We'll see if we can get you a good look at the cut there. But I mean, that's kind of typical too when you have such a big height differential as well.
Yeah, and you're gonna have the smaller guy rushing in like that. It's always a risk when you have that. And when anybody rushes in on their front foot with their head like that.
Raul, you've dealt with your share of cuts in your career,
well, I mean, I'm looking at CB. You know, when his feet are not moving with his hands, probably it's like he's rushing in, just throwing punches, but his feet are not moving together. Like he's just like pretty much bum rushing, and that's what caused the headbutt. That's what I saw.
Yep.
But I mean, there's got to be some kind of urgency now. It looks like it on Kaniba that he's trying to maybe get him out of there because he's worried about the cut.
Yeah, how does that change your mentality as a fighter? I mean, I think maybe it's different for each one, but you kind of.
Was it decided from?
It's got to be 4 rounds, four rounds, right, to go
to the scorecards.
To go to scorecards.
But Harvey Dock has decided.
But was it a headbutt or not?
Yeah, I think it was a headbutt.
It was clear to us, but we didn't get a clear
call from Harvey Dock.
Correct. Right? And it just started bleeding right away here in the 3rd round.
See, again, CV gets there with his head before his punches. He actually,
Right, that's what I'm saying.
know,
His feet are not moving with his body,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Well, his hands aren't either. He wants to get there, then punch instead of
And then
using the punches to get there.
He's shorter, so the top of his head is going to hit Kaniba's, eyes where you're gonna get cut, because you see the top of CB's head
Good.
is
3 right hands there for Kaniba. Connect, and then true to form, CB holds once again, and Harvey Dock has got his work cut out for him here in this one.
There you go. That's it.
Watch what he does.
Just back
He
to the
flies
jab
it.
for Kaniba would do him some justice.
If you look for CV, look what he does. He throws wide punches to both sides, but his head charges up the middle like a missile. So he's attacking with 3 hands, essentially.
You can't get his footwork right, Paulie. He's a little bit too slow on his feet. But then, he's trying to lean forward and throw punches. So
Yeah.
the chemistry's not there. They're not moving together.
No. And Knie was winning probably every round, but are we going to get to 4 rounds?
There we go. The jab is good. The right hand is there.
Nice turn and right hand landed there from Knie, but he's got to keep it up. There's another right hand landed, as all he's got to do is, if he can continue some of that good foot movement, that lateral movement, and give himself some space, he can avoid the clinches and land a counter shot.
But even, you know what it is? CV smothers himself, but sometimes even Knie smothers himself. Because right there, he had the position where he wanted, and he tried to step in with a body shot, and he stepped in to smother himself. So both guys, I mean, with CV, it's understandable. He's rushing in, so he's going to smother himself. But Knie also rushes in when CV doesn't rush. When CV doesn't do the smothering.
And Harvey Dock warning Kaniba about the punches behind the head, but Kaniba's corner pleading to Harvey like he's turning his head as Damon's throwing a punch.
There is an opportunity for a right uppercut there for Kaniba, though. Especially if you sort of frame with your lead hand, you kind of leave it out there.
What do you do there? I mean, he turned him, he threw a right hand, but the guy, CB was there, and he got hit in the back of the head. I don't think Kaniba meant that, Paulie. I mean, it just. I don't think that was intentional. I don't think he wanted to hit him behind the head.
Well, I expected a little more.
Yeah, I think we both did.
Yeah. I also expected the crowd to be a little more into it too. I mean, they talk about the Polish contingent, this building, the Prudential Center. There's been big fights here between many Polish fighters back in the early 2000s, particularly. And Thomas Adamek was fighting here, and I expected a little more spirited outing here.
Yeah, it's definitely not spirited.
Right, round 4 of this 10-round heavyweight scheduled contest. Has a little tap on the back of the head there from CB on Kaniba, as Kaniba starts with a triple jab. And that's the distance where he wants to be.
Yeah, more jabs, and just right hands down the middle, and keep turning him, keep circling around him.
Good job.
He's ready to hit him behind the head, but I don't think he means that, Paulie. What do you do when you turn and the guy's there? I mean, you're trying to land your right hand.
There we go. Go back with the jab. Go back with the jab.
There's that right hand over the top. He's being a little bit hesitant to throw the right hand because he don't want to get warned.
Right hand, quick.
Yeah, but you should throw from underneath.
Might change it up with an uppercut.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Throw from underneath with the uppercut. Because you can
there you
measure
go.
you can measure CV a little bit and hold him from coming forward, and then shoot the right uppercut.
Just maneuver him, control him with the jab, with the long hand.
Yep.
Just move.
And give him angles and turn him, and then throw the right hand underneath or over the top, right?
He hasn't tried it once. I don't think. Maybe he doesn't know how. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah.
Just as I said it.
We're so close, they can probably hear if you would like to tell him exactly what he's supposed to do.
But I'd be trying that more often if I was him,
CB just like He's just strong, but he doesn't know how to use his strength, probably, right?
Yeah.
His power.
Go back to the body now. Go back to the body. There we go. Go to the body. Go to your
But I'm sure all the wrestling with him and all that, it's got to give Kanibi tired, you know,
yeah,
like
fatigue, yeah.
yeah. So you know, keep him at bay. Just keep that distance long.
Come on, man, right there. He's trying to rest. There we go. He's tired. He's tired. There we go. Body.
Right hand connects as
Go back to the
once
jab.
again Harvey Dock has to get between them. About a minute left here in round 4.
He's resting.
Want to see it lead to the body, probably. Look, all of a sudden, like, kind of disguise with, you know, blind him with the jab and go to the body with the right hand.
Yeah, again, change the
He
targeting.
might not be able to take the body shots. You
Yeah.
never know.
I also don't think Kaniba's offense is that creative either. You know,
Diverse.
he does what diverse. Yeah, great. That's the word I'm looking for. Thanks, Christina.
Gotcha.
You know, I don't see much diversity in his attack either. I mean, CV's pretty one-dimensional in what he does, which is just trying to come forward and hoping to land a big shot.
He
but
landed a body shot there with the right hand.
but
Change it up.
Kaniba-
Change it up. He's going to the top, go to the bottom.
Kaniba, for the height and frame that he has, he probably could be a bit more creative, but he's not.
Pop the jab. Pop. There we go. Money. There we go. He's turning it around.
And I mean, at the
That's
same
it.
time, how many times are you going to let him turn around and turn his back in the middle
Yeah.
of a round? I mean, we've seen fighters get a fight called off before
Yeah.
because of that. You know, you got to be cognizant of that if you're Harvey Dock too. And yeah, I think as I look up at Harvey Dock, he's in the corner now of Shivi telling him you can't keep turning around. So that is what it is. That's what I'm talking about.
That's the right message.
The right thing to do. And credit to, you know, Kaniba, who's got that cut early in round 2, but he hasn't really let it affect him too much. He's not even really pawing at it much. And
Yeah, he's doing a great job
fighting
of
through it.
Yeah. That shows what he's, you know, what kind of fighter he is. I mean, it's hard to fight, you know, with a cut like that, especially early on.
Yes.
But they've been doing a good job too of, you know, stopping a lot of the bleeding. But it's still disturbing. Everybody knows when, you know, hey, I had many cuts in my career, and I just fought through it. But a lot of guys don't know how to react. You know, they get a little bit of cut, probably, especially the new ones that turn pro, and they're like, man, they get lost. They don't know what to do.
I think what helps is he's got about 6 inches on Siwi too, and Siwi's not really landing that many hard shots, so it's not like he's using it at target practice, whereas some of these other guys see that cut and it's
Makes a lot of
automatic,
sense.
like a
You're right.
bullseye.
But he's still got to watch that head, man. I'm telling you, the
Absolutely.
way Siwi comes in is very dangerous. He could, you know, he could possibly get cut on the other side of the eye. It happens.
Right hand lead, right there. Quick. Go back to that jab.
Right now it's been a fight of headlocks and headbutts because that's really what has been taking place through the first, you know, nearly 5 rounds here, and
and as
that's
I
got to
said,
be frustrating.
As I said earlier, it's heavyweight fights in a small ring
There we
can
are
sometimes
again.
can sometimes debilitate into something like this.
Right, quick. Right there. Shoot it. Pull the trigger. There we go.
Yeah, those kind of, you know, those explosive right hands like that. You know, the punches, there's
Got it
that
down
body
low
shot.
there.
That's it, yeah. But those explosive right hands, all of a sudden, the shots you don't see, that could hurt Siwi.
Yeah, and his trainer is right.
Yeah.
He definitely didn't like that body
No,
shot at all.
not at all.
Landed on the left side of the body of Siwi, and he's got about 1 minute and 10 seconds here. If he can go right back to that body, he might have something there.
Yeah, he needs to place one right in the shoulder plex.
I agree.
I think it's open. It's there.
He's going for it.
Yes, it's there.
Even a stab jab to the gut. Change the level on that lead hand jab. Get him to bring his hands down a little bit.
CV's now is not reacting when he's getting punched. Like, there's an opportunity to follow up for Kaniba. Instead, he's punching and coming out as if there's a return that's going to come. You got to also sense there's no return going to come back from CV. CV's kind of breaking here. You can kind of follow it up instead of going in and out the way he is. You go in and out against a fighter who's live. CV's sort of debilitating. You can actually follow up Instead, what is Kaniba doing? He's touching and going again as if CV's still live. And now you obviously gave him the confidence to get live again. But for a good 30 seconds there, he was taking shots and Kaniba was stepping out for no reason. There was nothing. There was no intent of firing back for CV.
I'll tell you what, that jab, it's been the key. It's been the key to keep him more out there.
And you hear Sean George in the corner talking about the jab. I think Kaniba's jab is the one that should have been the most busy punch of all night. But even with that punch, he waits. I mean,
that's exactly what he told us he wanted to do.
And his corner's calling for it. It's as simple as the easiest punch to throw.
Yep.
That one can't get here soon enough.
I hope it lives up to the expectations, you know, the way they were talking.
You know,
that one has to.
It has to, right?
Yeah, that one has to.
I think that's the reason this ring is this.
But they're also battle tested too. Like, you know, those guys can fight. You know, with these guys, you had a nice record, shiny record, but didn't know a lot about them. They were from another country, and they're a work in progress, I guess.
They were supposed to sell tickets too.
Yeah,
Polish community here, Prudential Center.
Yeah, like we said, I mean, a work in progress. And there's the jab. And in Kaniba, you know what? If I'm Kaniba, just stick with that. Why you let it? Why would you let
he got caught with the left hand there, though, from CV.
That's what I mean. Why would you ever let him get off first?
Yeah.
If you're Kaniba, there's no reason CV should ever get off first, ever. Like, just your jab alone should.
Just put that jab out there long.
Instead, look, he smothers himself. That's what I'm saying. Kaniba smothers himself. Why are you throwing the right hand like that?
Now he's got a cut as well. CV has a cut over the left eye as Kaniba gives himself a little bit room to work here. Both fighters cut.
There it is now.
Of course they are.
Yeah, well, now it's really
nice.
And let's see if this spurs on Kaniba to put more punches together here.
Big gash over the left eyebrow, under the left eyebrow, excuse me, of CV, and that blood is streaming down his face.
You got a chance to meet him with your jab. CV's just walking, crossing his feet forward. And what does Kaniba do? He jumps over to the right instead of meeting him with a jab.
Body shot there from Kaniba.
Can get a little bloody, guys.
Yeah, thanks for the guard here. Thanks for the shield, guys.
Do our best.
Do our best, yeah. You don't want.
I feel like I watched a Pro Box show, and you and Chris had like blood smocks on. I was like, I've never.
But you know what?
Worn a smock.
You know what the problem with the smock is? I kept forgetting.
The blood gets in your mouth. You don't want that, right, bro?
The problem with the smock is I kept forgetting it ringside, so I lost all my smocks. Even Chris got me one. I lost that one too. Nice shot there on the turn by Kaniba.
And I want.
Oh, he's there for that uppercut.
Yes.
Come underneath.
Kaniba doesn't throw uppercuts. That's it.
He's thrown a couple, Paulie. A couple. He needs that uppercut up there.
Body shot with the right hand.
Bring it up.
But that's the uppercut. That's the uppercut he throws. That's what I'm saying.
Body shot.
You're gonna tell me that's an uppercut.
Short uppercut.
20 seconds. 40 seconds.
All right, 40 seconds left here in round 6. Bloody mess is Marcin CV.
30 seconds. Right here. Make it straight. Straight down the pipe.
Seems like CV got affected by that cut. If anybody got affected more by the cuts, it's got to be CV, right?
Yeah.
And us, because we're worried about the cuts too.
It's going right on top of us.
13 seconds.
All right.
See how they attend to that cut for CV in that corner, because according to my notes, he's never been cut in a pro fight before.
Now both guys are cut, right?
Yep. Kaniba's been cut once, but CV no, so.
All right.
That was a big gash there.
Just when I said I couldn't take 5 more rounds of this, we ended up going to cut the next round. So, you know, let's see.
It picked up the offense there
Yeah.
for CV once that blood started streaming down his face, that's for sure. And I think that they're taking a serious look on this
Yeah. Let's see.
break
That
at the cut.
that is a bad cut. Let's see.
Try to get in there.
Also, let's see the body language of Seeley because he's pretty much losing every round anyway. So let's see.
Well, right now the body language is him sitting on the stool still while they
Well,
look at the cut.
Yeah, it seems like it's a deep cut too, right? I mean, I think he's lost every round, guys, right?
They put his mouthpiece back in. No, he's going to fight.
Oh, okay.
He looks like a guy that can fight through a cut like that, guys.
You'd be surprised,
Come
though.
on.
You'd be surprised. Psychology is different than the physical look. But you know what? He's out there, so we'll give him credit. Sean George calling for the jab right away, and Kaniba comes out.
Throwing the
That
jab.
pestering jab. I mean, it's a like a fly swatter jab, but that's why you got to throw the uppercut off that. That's the kind of jab you got to throw the uppercut. He doesn't, so he gets hit with a left hook. But that, if you
Kinda like
that's
hold
the
him.
exact kind of jab you got to use to hold him out there,
Yeah.
so you can throw the uppercut.
Right.
Otherwise, you don't throw that kind of jab if you're not going
Right.
to set up a right hand
You're
with
right.
it. You know, you use a nice snappy
But
jab.
when you're throwing that uppercut, you're really holding him with the jab, right? And it's got to be those uppercuts
Exactly.
that really come right up the middle, Paulie.
Yeah, good body shot there by Kaniba.
Down to the body with the right hand. The back up top, a looping left hook, literally a jump hook almost from CV there.
Right hand lead, then right hand lead. Touch the body, keep hitting the body, keep hitting it.
Nice right hand again by Kaniba. And we are by the corner of Kaniba, and Sean George keeps talking about he wants every chance he gets to touch that body. And I think that's a really good idea because CV's body language is sort of wilting a little bit. So I think if you land a couple of good body shots, see he's complaining, he's trying to call his own fouls.
And that's why Harvey Dock told him, no, you got to work your way out of that.
But you know, you can take the fight out of this guy real quick with a body shot. I think Sean George has a point.
Yeah, you know what? Kaniba went to the body twice on both sides, and you saw the effects.
Especially right now that we're in round 7. And
he's worn out. He's tired. Yes.
That guard's way high up. He's going to have to work on the side there.
Yeah.
Go around it. Go around.
Maybe the hair on his stomach will protect some of the blows, though. Right? I mean, he's kind of got a little bit. You were talking about the beard cushion, right? Weren't we talking about the beard cushion? So.
The chest cushion,
Yeah,
the belly cushion.
He's got belly cushion. You know, earlier tonight we were talking about the guy with the big beard. It was a chin cushion, right? Why, you know, it's the same concept. I'm not saying anything wrong. Oh, nice jab there by Kaniba.
That was a good shot, and then he doubled it up with the one.
But you see, he falls himself. He smothers himself. I abhor that. I abhor when tall guys do that. Like you just smother, because at this point,
that's
CV,
the right distance right
at this
there,
point,
right there.
CV doesn't even have the energy to smother him. So the only thing smothering you is yourself at this point.
Oh, nice body shot there with the right hand.
That's a good body shot. But what does he? Instead of following up, what does he do? He jumps in and out like CV's still live. Look, he's still waiting. He's still jumping. He's still jumping in and out like he's fighting like the fight is competitive. Jump in there already. You gotta have the sense that your guy is wilting. You have to have that sixth sense yourself.
I think his corner
I'll
is
tell you
getting
what.
Even Sean's saying it, right? We're saying the same thing. Sorry, guys. We're in the corner with
he's
Sean
got him
George.
right there.
He's got him right there where he wants him.
Yeah, keep him there.
There's a right hand connected for Kaniba.
Let's see if he follows up.
I'll tell you what, he was punishing that cut a lot. I think they're going to check the cut again.
Yeah, and even himself punishing that cut a lot, but also punishing CV a lot in general. Maybe it's going to take the fight out of CV. I think Sean George senses that this fight could end, that he wants him to touch him with the body and he just wants him to be busy in general. You heard him that round saying, come on, man, because he senses it's right there.
Get those flurries in. Same thing. Get those flurries in, then go to the body, get those flurries in.
Here's a replay with a nice
overhand,
nice right
over
hand
the top,
there.
yeah. We're still looking for that uppercut, Paulie.
You see there, you wait.
Yeah.
You see, what did CV do? CV do? You don't have to step back,
Right.
dude. The guy's not reacting. Hit him. He doesn't react.
Push
You
him
can
back.
follow up. He
Yeah,
hits him
follow
with
up.
a 1-2. Like the guy's still live. Like the guy, and then he steps back. What are you stepping back, dude? You don't have a sense of okay, if a guy's live or not at this point?
But when he needs a step back to not smother the punches.
Yeah, I guess. That's the point. No, because, you know, you got experience. You kind of sense when a guy's live, when a guy's not. You know, like, you know, when a guy's live, yeah, absolutely. You take a half step back, you know, because he might react. CV's body language is telling you he's not a lot of reactions left. You can step back in quickly. Again, there's that setup jab that he throws, but no
that's
uppercut.
The one, Polly.
And it's right there. You can throw the uppercut right there. I mean,
you could go any direction from there. The right hand.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, straight right hand, overhand to the body, that uppercut.
But the straight right hand I wouldn't throw because that's all he's been throwing all night. So see if
he's
knows
looking
it's
for
coming.
that. Yeah, he's looking for that.
Well, the uppercut would surprise
there he
him
goes.
totally.
There's the body shot. Now.
There he goes. Finally followed it up. That's a good
shot.
combination. Downstairs, upstairs, then back down, all with the right.
That cut is bad.
See,
he just put his head in his stomach. And look at all the blood on.
There we go.
On the stomach.
That's the flurries. More activity.
Yeah, you can beat him into submission. Yeah. I tell you. See if he's giving you the body language like he doesn't want to be there. He's shaking his head. He's telling him.
There we go. There's the body shot again.
He's giving you like the half subtle reactions, like, and I'm shaking my head, ref. You don't just see me shaking my head like I'm not here.
I mean, he's teeing up with the jab, shooting the right hand. When he brought it downstairs, back up and down, you could tell how much CV didn't like that work downstairs to the body when those shots landed clean. And not that most fighters do, but he's got to press.
Yeah, but again, there's no follow-up from CV.
That's what I'm saying. He's got to press, follow through.
There we go. That's
a good flurry of punches right now that sends CV back to the ropes. I don't think Harvey should have broke him up right there.
No. I think Harvey was staying a step ahead of the game before you get into another clinch. I've seen too many. Let me break you up. What's that?
He needs that activity. He needs that activity right there. More flurries right there. The referee will stop it. He needs like a barrage of punches, you know. Just keep touching him, Polly.
CV's never been stopped as a pro, although all of his fights have been in Poland against some guys that, you know, had some losing records, some winning records. His last fight was a draw. Niba also undefeated, 15-0, 9 knockouts.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Keep pushing. He's ready to go, Polly.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm CV, it's CV, you know, he's not even throwing any desperation punches at this point because CV should at least be looking for, you know, because Knieba's also a little bit tired. Maybe CV can surprise him with a jumping left hook or something. But no, nothing. There's no fight in CV, so it's up to Knieba.
You're looking for that Joe Frazier left hook?
Yeah, you know, I think he could throw it.
I'm telling you, and the referee is ready to jump in too.
Yeah, but also Knieba goes straight back for no reason, so you can actually look for the jumping left hook if you're CV. You may actually land it. And Knieba would deserve it because he goes straight back for no reason half the time.
Blood all over the body of Knieba as he shoots another right hand for good measure. Sends CV back to the corner.
They're trying to, Doc is having.
And again, the doctor up in the corner looking at that cut.
Oh, it's over.
They did stop it.
Yeah, they waved it off, yeah. No, they did. Oh, well, I saw the referee wave it.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, the doctor stopped it. I think you saw the doctor say something to the referee.
Yeah,
Harvey officially. Harvey Doc officially. That was not an easy fight to referee for Harvey Doc. They give him some credit, you know.
Oh, he's got some blood all over his shirt to take home with that one.
Blood and dirty, and also big guys breaking them up. A lot of clinches. You know, that's physical work for a referee.
All right, well, Knieba gets the win here tonight after the stoppage from the cut on CV, who suffers the first loss of his professional career. And
somebody's all had to go, right, guys?
That's right.
Yep.
And Kaneba remains undefeated now, 16-0. 10 KOs.
And it's one of those fights for Kaneba where you win and you learn for next time as well. There's a lot of lessons to be taken out of this fight, even for Kaneba. I think Sean George also will go back into the gym and work on a bunch of things with Kaneba.
I kind of say that, though. I think we've said that before, too. A few of his fights. Like, he's still got a lot of, a lot of room to improve as we have blood splattered all over our papers here. Ringside, wipe your phone off.
Yeah.
Alcohol pads.
That's why we need the alcohol pads, right?
Here's a couple more looks at some action from the last round. The body shots when he was tagging him, although that wasn't too clean. That one there on the top of the head, but he did some solid work with the right hand earlier in that round.
He's gonna go back and see, like, when he throws that right hand to the body, where that uppercut.
I would put him on the uppercut bag for like days at a time.
You're right.
That would be his punishment for him.
But like I said, it's gotta be like uppercut right down the middle, not coming from
from your chin. Right from your chin, off your back foot, transition to your front foot. Well, but you got to have your weight on your back foot to create that space.
Hey, be careful! You almost hit me with that uppercut.
No, come on, Roland. And then you transition when you turn it to your front foot. You know.
Yeah. And then after that, come back with the left hook, right?
Because at that point you bring up his head, right? Ring announcer.
All right. Yep. Ralph is in position to give us the official decision, make it official before we move on to Truck versus Jahan.
Ladies and gentlemen, official time. The end of round number 8. Referee Harvey Dog calls a halt to the bout as the fighter out of the blue corner is unable to continue. Your winner by way of TKO and still undefeated, Damian Kaneba.
Kaneba gets the win tonight, again, remaining undefeated now, 16-0 with 10 KOs. Got some experience in there against a rugged opponent who came forward a lot with the said, had to deal with a cut for the second time in his career, handled that, I think, very well.
That's hey, you can't go wrong with that. That kind of experience is gonna pay off in the long run. Like you said, he got cut, fought a tough guy that was